Does that mean we're going?
We're going.
Outstanding. Yeah, welcome everybody to our final project for history and memory. John, this is AC. Say hi.
Howdy, everybody.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a little case study of memory formation in the wild. Uh, we have to do a podcast. Y'all can't see, but there's like AC's got the full hookup. There's microphones, big sound system. It's really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Any-
All the works.
Anyway, okay, AC.
This podcast is also sponsored and approved by Texas A&M University.
Maybe not.
They wish they could put their name with us.
Okay. AC, what if I told you that there was a big golden statue of Bill Clinton in the middle of Kosovo?
You're kidding me.
I'm not kidding you. He's actually standing on Bill Clinton Drive.
Wow.
He's got a street named after him and a big golden statue.
In the middle of Kosovo. Where is that?
It's in the Balkans,
Ah.
so where Yugoslavia used to be. Rest in peace, Yugoslavia. Broke up into a bunch of smaller countries, one of which is Kosovo. AC, you want to enlighten us on why Bill Clinton might be forever memorialized in Kosovo?
Not only is he going to be forever memorialized, he's going to be forever memorialized in gold. That's right. Bill Clinton's gold statue on Bill Clinton Drive in the Balkans. For many people in the United States, that might be quite a shock because our memory of Bill Clinton is a little bit different than Kosovoians.
Yeah, we don't need to go into.
Yeah, we won't go too much into
He's
it.
a fun
But
guy. He plays the saxophone.
he does play the saxophone.
Yeah.
Anyways, the 90s were a crazy time. All the 80s optimism died off, and we just got plunged into the darkness of grunge rock. Good old Nirvana was playing while Serbians were doing some crazy war crimes there.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but let's talk about that a little bit more. So Yugoslavia was being held together by Joseph Tito, and then when he kicked the bucket, well, so did the unity of the entire country, and all these separate cultures that have been mashed together just started breaking apart. That big old breakup left a lot of bitter taste in a lot of people's mouths, especially the Serbians, and the Serbians decided that they were going to take over all the former territory of Yugoslavia, and the Serbians would be the ones to rule it all. Now, Serbians and Croats and Bosnians and the Macedonians, all of them. Oh, and Albanians. I almost forgot. Can't forget the Albanians.
Can't forget the Albanians.
Yeah, especially in this context. My goodness. Well, they all kind of wanted to have the same kind of goal there. They wanted to have their own states. They wanted to be their own rulers. And the Serbians didn't want that to happen. So that's a gross oversimplification of what led to a lot of the ethnic cleansing that started happening. But basically, President Bill Clinton, NATO, and the UN all kind of saw from afar what was going on in the dumpster fire that is the Balkans. And the UN might have had a couple of reasons why they wanted to stop the ethnic cleansing.
So ultimately, they did end up intervening, yeah?
Oh, yeah, they totally did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So looking at the UN specifically, it was formed in 1945 after, the tragedy of the Second World War with the express hope of preventing something like that ever happening again, with eyes especially on remembering the genocide of the Holocaust. So if we were putting on our presentist invention of tradition hats right now, AC, and you are let's say you're a leader of a UN member state wanting to intervene in Kosovo to stop this ethnic cleansing, what would you be playing up on? What would you be talking about?
Hypothetically, let's say I was in that nation state that tends to have a lot of power and say in the United Nations. Let's just say I'm a president even, right? I'm going to look over there and I'm going to say, we're going to need to stop this moral travesty from happening again. We need to look over there. Our grandfathers, our fathers even at this point, had stopped some similar things happening with Nazi Germany's internment and execution of people just because of their race. And that still applies today, right? We don't really want that to be happening in a world where our nation state, which hypothetically might be the United States of America, is able to do anything about it, right?
No, clearly not.
Yeah. And from that presentist approach, that president is probably going to have to convince a lot of people that United States intervention, United States men, United States boys are going to need to die for this other country. And that's going to take a lot of convincing, right? That's why that top-down approach might be applicable in this scenario.
Yeah. So, really the thrust of it is really playing off of the memory of the Second World War and the idea of coming in as liberators and ending genocide while it's still possible to do so, and preventing further loss of human life. And it's we're seeing it mirrored today in the Russian conflict or war in Ukraine, but playing up on World War II memory, justifying military action. And this isn't, I'm not saying this to equate the two situations, but I think a lot of nations look back on World War II as like a really, not a high moment, but really, this was their finest hour. This is time they really bucked up.
Oh yeah.
Stopped a tragedy, and saved the world. Maybe so you can see that memory and that pride in being on the right side of that conflict, coming forward to justify further military action.
Yeah.
And that's it's partially what you could see in Kosovo. We'd argue if you're going at it from a presentist approach.
Oh yeah, it's really relevant to this because Kosovo actually declared its independence in 2008. So it is the second most modern state, right behind South Sudan. Also, rest in peace. So there's a lot that's going on with these, terrible atrocities that are still happening every day, and it stands as a testament to the need for, the United Nations.
Yeah, definitely. And then just looking at, afterwards, looking back on it, is memorializing the conflict. Not to say that conflict has ended in the Balkans.
Yeah.
But now you've got big statues of Bill Clinton there, looking like a liberator. He's played in gold, for God's sakes.
Oh yeah. As we said before, remembered very differently here in the States. But it's really interesting to see memory transgressing political lines, international lines, and the history behind it will always be a very interesting thing that might not be utilized by people in Kosovo, but might be for sure be utilized here in the people in the States. And we won't see any gold statues of Mr. Clinton anytime soon.
Yeah.
The more you know, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm AC.
Yeah, John Dooley.
Thanks.